Hey everybody, welcome. It's another episode of the Off the Tracks Coaches Show here for your Bloomington Thunder, and we're here in downtown Normal, uptown Normal here in Bloomington Normal as we get ready for the show here at the Firehouse Pizza and Pub. We got another great show for you here as we get ready for another weekend for your Bloomington Thunder. They'll take on the U17s of the U.S. National Team Development Program. We got Mitch Slattery and Shane Bednard coming up on the mic, but first, before we get to those guys, I'm going to go with the guy on my right, head coach and general manager, Dennis Williams. Really appreciate you coming on the show here.
Thanks, Bryce. So where are we now?
We're 15.
We're uptown.
We're
downtown?
uptown Normal. I get it wrong
Normal?
I get it wrong every time.
All right.
Uptown Normal. It's downtown. Uptown.
Is there a downtown here?
Well, downtown Bloomington. It's got to differentiate between the two, right? I guess.
How come it's on uptown Bloomington?
Well, Normal's north of Bloomington. I'm not sure. I'm still working it out. Still trying to figure it out myself. Hey, we're a little new to the area.
Exactly.
We're only through 9 months of it.
Yeah, it's all right. Either way, it's a good spot. It's busy downtown here.
I know. Yeah, with the college and everything.
A lot of people are out when you get 72-degree weather.
I'm like, it's beautiful. I mean, you don't get too much better weather here, and it's been great to getting the weather here, but it's also meaning that the season's kind of coming towards an end that we're seeing here for this hockey team. And not only when you see the weather like this, but coming towards the end of the season, you got to try and keep guys focused a little bit and keep their minds on the rink, right?
Well, especially I heard Bednard was out doing some fishing today. Some of the guys. So we get this warm weather, it's probably golf or fishing for some of them.
Yep.
But, definitely. But, the nice thing is we're still in that hunt there for that fourth hole. So, we feel like, we're obviously a few points back, but we're not out of it. And there's still 8 games left to play, and a lot can happen in 8 games. So, we're obviously not where we want to be in terms of, the standings, but where we really are in a realistic standpoint is pretty solid right now. And going through these last few games, at times like a few games back without Bedsy in it, and he didn't have Roy, he didn't have Bakes, he didn't have Boots. So we got quite a few guys out, young guys that are in the lineup that are doing a great job as well. So real happy for guys who played really well Saturday. Obviously you got Bedsy on here to talk about his big goal there. So, but it was a lot of fun to finish off a game that way.
And obviously, it's the first real big game winner for this Bloomington Thunder team in the 2014-15 season and in the franchise history. So, just from a coach's standpoint, as you're going through the game and you're starting to see everything develop on the ice, and are you kind of getting a little amped up as you're starting to watch that play develop and get ready for Bedsy to take that shot?
Well, to be honest, I was a little bit more amped up when Griffin Molino brought it down the wall there. I know it was going to happen. Spicer did a really good job there on getting away and stripping with the puck and getting it up to Mendy. And, Mendy had good speed coming down and good center lane drive by Galt there, and was able to feed it over to Bedsy, and a little head fake and a little push with the puck and snapper there. So it was all around the last 10 seconds. I know I heard your call. You're pretty excited on it. Hey, I texted out to all the guys there. So you're going pretty hard there.
Yeah.
I said, I think you were maybe the most excited in the building.
I jumped up a notch right up in the.
That was good. No, you sounded good. That was perfect.
Thank you very much. Hey, we're here at the Off the Tracks Coaches Show here in Uptown Normal. It's the Firehouse Pizza and Pub Coaches Show. We've only got about 4 or 5 shows left. We're about a month to the end of the season. The season finale is April 11th. But Bloomington does have one more home game before a tough road stretch. And you go into this game against the U17s. You took on the U18s. And boy, that team has a lot of skill that we saw this past weekend. U17s, same skill, but at the same time, it's the first season for some of those guys. And there are a lot of youngsters. You only have 198 that's technically with the team right now, whereas they've got a whole roster of them.
Yeah, and, that's obviously we got Mitchell Matson. Now we got Vlad as well that will play, is the rest of the games with us. So, they're a team that's amazing what a year can do for those guys, the amount of strength. The one thing I noticed watching the 18s this past weekend is, how thick they are, their necks, their legs, their shoulders, and to think where they were last year and how, 1 year of training and commitment to it, how big and strong they get. But, another good hockey team. They're just out in Fargo. They're coached by obviously a really good coach in Dan Cole. I got to coach with him at Alabama Huntsville. So he does a fantastic job. And they're in Dubuque, I think, the night before, right? So hopefully Dubuque can get a little physical. They lost both games to Green Bay this weekend, so I'm sure they're going to be a little mad. Not only do we want them to whether they win or lose, but at least throw the body around on the younger guys to wear them down a bit for us. So we got Jeremy Davies will be out on Saturday with suspension for 10-minute misconducts, and with Royce out now in the back, and we're down to 5D, and hopefully we get Boots back this week to get at least 6D going. So it's again another uphill battle, and a lot of people look at it and say, well, you're just playing the 17, so that 17 team can score goals, and they can beat any team in the league. So it's definitely something we got to keep focus of, but we got one game to focus on all week. Hopefully we can keep them out of the nice weather. I think there's some cold stuff coming, which is good. So
keep them inside the rain.
Yeah, exactly. Right. So, but it was a great day. They had an optional skate. A ton of guys were out there. I stopped down this morning, and we call these maintenance days. So on a maintenance day, you can do whatever you need to do to be, perform at an optimal level for the rest of the week in practice. So maybe it is a day off, a rest, or maybe it's a bike ride and a lift, or one of the guys just came out and played some shitty and fun hockey. So that's what it's all about. But I couldn't believe the amount of guys that were there today, because with this, like, again, with not playing till Saturday and a lot of guys playing a lot of minutes, I thought there'd be more guys sleeping in. So they're still enjoying it. So that's always nice to see.
And it's always you were talking about some of the guys that are out of lineup. Obviously, adversity comes into it, but so far it seemed like Bloomington's done a good job of going through the adversity and still winning some hockey games and putting up some good fights, even when they aren't wins for this team as well. So as we go down the final stretch, Bloomington trying to make that final playoff push. Definitely Dubuque is in the look right there as well. We're talking with head coach Dennis Williams here on the Off the Tracks Coaches Show. And Willie, I just kind of want to talk to you. We haven't really been able to talk a whole lot about you. I think at the beginning of the season we mentioned some of the stuff about the move and coming over. But tell us a little bit about your career growing up and everything and making the way through the junior ranks. We talked to Hoodie last week about the differences between the junior game from when he played to now.
Yeah.
Is it the same thing for you?
Yeah. It's the games being obviously there's a lot of rules that are being put in for the safety of players, where it wasn't right when we played, and which is what you need to do. Safety of the players is foremost, most important. Concussions are number one topic. Week for I got to play junior in my hometown, so my dad watched every practice. So even when I didn't have a good practice, I only had a cuff in the ear right after, and I had to go home and face him each day. And he asked me why, I didn't work hard in that first warm-up drill, and, give him the whole thing. Well, it's for the goalies. And he goes, no, it's for you. The goalie should be warmed up. I need to score in every shot with him, kind of. So he kept me honest until I got a scholarship. And then it was, after that, it was still honest. But, it was a proud moment for our family, you get something like that, just like the two guys you're talking to with Betsy going to Bowling Green and Slats going over to St. Cloud. So, but the game is changed, and the fact that in this league it's very skilled. I played in a junior B league back up in Ontario. We had a lot of college committed kids, NHL draft picks off our team, but it's the game's so much faster. When I played, it was a little bit more hooking and holding, and you can cross-check guys a little bit more and get away with all of it, right? But I like the way the game's going. Even though we know fighting's getting out of it, I still think we need fighting because the police is everything. But I don't see teams with just that. The old saying, that goon anymore. You can't afford to because you're going to win hockey games. That's the most important thing. So. But it's a little different. Grew up in Canada. Not that it's not down here, but every kid's playing road hockey up there. Big thing for me was on Sundays going to the Laurie Joe supermarket, and there'd be a big road hockey game on with adults, like men's leagues, like playing outside. And but it's definitely it's been fun watching it evolve. I've been in junior hockey now, maybe not as much as Hoodie. Hoodie's been in it a lot before because I was in college, but I guess it's my 5th year in it, and I'm still learning as we go, But it's great to have guys like him and Jules and Corey on staff that you can bounce ideas off of, and great owners are obviously our owners own junior teams for quite some time, and our presidents owned multiple prior to us, and I use him a lot as a soundboard and talking to, and he gives a lot of advice. So. We're just like anybody. We're trying to get better, right? And we're coaches. We're trying to get better. We talk to a lot of other coaches, try to get ideas, and that's how you win games. You borrow ideas from other teams. You see something on the NHL Network, you try to record it, bring it into life with us. So, but it's been fun. Bloomington's a great city. Hockey, like I said, it's been solid and good so far, and I can't say enough. We really enjoyed it here.
So what's the biggest challenge, I guess, that you face that's different between junior hockey and the college game? Because you've been a coach at both, for both a coach's mentality and both for players as well.
College is a lot shorter.
Yep.
Like Division I think it's 36 games plus playoffs. Division III, I've been a coach. It's 25 games plus playoffs. So the seasons are real fast. Weekend games. Normally in college, the nice part is from a coaching standpoint is you get to focus just on playing one team that weekend. Normally you play them Friday, Saturday. Where here, we're going into a stretch where you got development teams Saturday, Green Bay Wednesday, Sioux Falls Friday, Waterloo Saturday. Yeah. Like pre-scouts, like you got to really manage that because it can be very overwhelming for the players, right? So you might want to tone off on some of those and worry about what we do. But junior hockey it's a grind. If you can make it in college hockey, it's 60 games minimum, playoffs, 12-hour bus trips, 10 hours, practice, school, giving back in the city, and there's a lot on your plate as a junior hockey player. And obviously as you get to college, it's school.
Yeah.
You got to balance 12, 15 credit hours. Normally that level girlfriends, and stuff like that, right? So, but it's players that play junior in the USHL and then get to go play Division I. You experience just 5-6 years of great hockey and great relationships and a great 5-6 year of learning about yourself. You learn it in junior, but then it even magnifies when you get to college. You're kind of on your own island there, and they're there to win hockey games, colleges. Let's face it. They're there to put people in the seats and guys keeping their jobs, and it's that much more competitive. So for our guys, we try to teach them those lessons, now, so that when they get there, it's not like, holy smokes, what's going on? It's like, okay, I understand this. I've been around it. I've heard it. And, hopefully they excel there. But these guys you're talking to, they get the best of both worlds. When you get to go play Division I college hockey and next year, guys, people will watch them on the Big Ten Network and on ESPN or NHL Network. It's pretty surreal, and they don't even realize it yet. It's been real fast 4 years for them. I thought this year's gone real fast. Probably my fastest year of junior hockey, and I said, and even the years when we've won a lot of games, they went slower this year. I'm like, holy, 8 games left. That's it. Like, I'm trying to think now, what do we got to do? We're trying to plan our summer months right now. We're scouting and recruiting with Julesy. I'm going, I can't believe we're already talking about April, May, June. It was that time last year we came in already. So, but it is really good. And for the fans here, that haven't had a chance to watch the product on the ice, it's pretty amazing the skill level they get here. And I encourage everyone to come out and see them because, again, they're 18, 19, 20-year-olds that none of them will play in the National Hockey League and all of them play Division I hockey. So it's kind of a neat thing to come and watch. Well,
it's been a quick season, but we do still have 2 home games left. We do have that Saturday game coming up, and we do have April 11th. If you haven't come out and check out a hockey game at the U.S. Cellular Coliseum, definitely do. As we mentioned, some of the best players in the U.S. come through the system, and also some of the best in Canada as well coming through the system. Really appreciate the time here. Best of luck against this weekend. Get out and hit the nice weather today before it goes away.
Yeah, well, so you got Bedsy coming on and Slats. Eh?
Yep. I think in reverse order. We're gonna do Slattery first.
Slattery's first. Well, he uses the OV curve. You should ask him about it.
Yeah.
Okay. That's how he scored his face-off goal. Hey.
Yeah.
Slakes wins it back. He gets that OV curve. It's about this round. He goes right in there. It kind of looks like, remember one of those things back where the scoops with the balls used to throw. Yep. That's the OV. So you got to ask him about the massive OV curve. I was asking him about it today. I told him we might need to change it. He said he's getting hot right now. So that's good. And then you got Bedsy. Bedsy's kind of a joker in the room, eh? So, so you can open up a little bit with him.
Hey, I get plenty of it when I come down to the room. So we'll be relentless here. We've had him on a couple times. So
he's got some of the chirps in practice going out there. So feel free to lean into him. No, but both guys are just super young men. Not only great hockey players, but real enjoyable to coach, and they're going to have great bright futures in college and hopefully in pro hockey.
Well, we're looking forward to watching them here in Bloomington and then also in college. Willie, thanks for the insight. And again, get out into that sunshine.
Yeah, thanks, Bry.
That's head coach Dennis Williams. We'll be right back in just a couple minutes with Mitch Slattery. He'll be on the mic in our second segment of the Firehouse Pizza and Pub Off the Track show. We'll be right back. Stick around.
States Hockey League has produced over 240 alums. The Bloomington Thunder have burst onto the USHL scene at the U.S. Cellular Coliseum. Ticket plans for the Thunder season can be purchased through the Thunder office, so call 309-434-2980 to get your tickets today. Bloomington Thunder Hockey will sell you the whole seat, but you'll only need the edge.
At Busey, we are dedicated to enhancing and preserving your financial future, simplifying the complexities around your finances while maximizing the opportunities available to you. Whatever your dream, our wealth management team can guide you through every important financial decision. Visit Busey.com or stop by one of our many convenient locations for solutions to your banking and wealth management needs. Busey, your dream, our promise.
Come on down to the Great Harvest Bread Company and try our specialty breads made in-house daily. We make our bread fresh every day using ingredients from all local Bloomington businesses. Check out our website, greatharvestblm.com, for a list of our daily specials, including sweets, soups, and jams. We also have Goodbye Gluten Tuesdays and No Nut Fridays for anyone with allergies. Need something for a special occasion? Let us create a gift box for you. So stop by the Great Harvest Bread Company at 1704 Eastland Drive in Bloomington, open 7 to 6 Tuesday through Friday and 7 to 5 on Saturdays, or give us a call at 662-8500 and try us today.
From the moment you walk through our doors to the moment you take your new vehicle home, we'll take care of you every step of the way. At Jaguar Land Rover Peoria, we don't just welcome you to our dealership, we welcome you to our family. We have the largest selection of new Jaguar and Land Rover vehicles in Central Illinois, as well as a fine selection of quality pre-owned vehicles to fit any budget. No matter how much you spend on a vehicle, at Jaguar Land Rover, world-class service every time you walk through our doors. Visit us today at jaguarlandroverpeoria.com.
At Accelerated Rehabilitation Centers, our Patients First philosophy is no empty promise. A dedicated team of physical and occupational therapists. We're here whenever you need us. With over 170 locations, we offer morning and evening appointments. Just call 877-97-REHAB. That's 877-977-3422. Or visit acceleratedrehab.com. Accelerated Rehabilitation Centers, putting patients first.
Recovering from cancer often means long treatments and side effects from surgery, chemotherapy, and radiation. The STAR Cancer Rehabilitation Program at OSF helps cancer survivors and those going through treatment get stronger and feel better. OSF can help you reach your optimal recovery. For more information on the STAR Cancer Rehabilitation Program, please call 309-661-6080.
For your next trip to Bloomington Normal, be sure you book your event with the official host hotel of the Bloomington Thunder, the Holiday Inn and Suites. We have 5,000 square feet of flexible meeting space for your next corporate or social event. Not to mention our various suites, perfect for corporate trips or leisure. Our award-winning hotel is located on the east side of town at 3202 East Empire Street. So call 309-662-4700 to book your next trip. The Holiday Inn, the official hotel of the Bloomington Thunder. Hey, Thunder fans, it's the second segment of the Firehouse Pizza and Pub Off the Tracks Coaches Show, live here from Uptown Normal. Big thank you to head coach Dennis Williams for the first segment, and now we got to get ready for that second segment as we got the forward Mitch Slattery set to go to St. Cloud State after his time in the USHL. Mitch, appreciate the time.
Thanks for having me.
I know the weather's good outside, and I know we'll kind of get to the first question off of Twitter. By the way, if you have any questions, feel free to tweet them at us at our handle at BLM Thunder using the hashtag Off the Tracks. And we got a first question, and it's from the teammate Van Bar. He wants to know, obviously the weather's nice outside. Yeah. I think they're hitting the links. Did they ask you?
Yeah, they asked me to go golfing earlier, but I made prior commitments.
Prior commitments that were kind of just, hey, come on, do an interview. And I know hitting the links is something that everybody likes to do, especially when you get a little bit of nice weather after the winter. Yeah. I tried to do it the other day. How's a golf game for you?
It's all right. We went out to the range yesterday, and it was good. Hitting them straight.
That's always the key. Getting the first couple of swings in and getting them straight. That's the biggest thing. Well, hey, Mitch, let's kind of talk about everything that's been going on for you. You picked up the first goal for yourself coming into the time with Bloomington, and we talked to Coach Williams about it with the OV curve here.
Yeah.
It's a hook. It's a hook on the end of at the end of your stick. And how do guys kind of pick their curve, and how did you come about picking that?
It's kind of preference, I guess. Like, I came upon mine last year. I was in a hockey store, cheap stick, just bought it, tried it out, and I liked it, so I stuck with it since then.
Now, do you kind of go through and test different sticks just to see how it works, how flexes work? It's got to be tough, I guess not necessarily for you guys because you guys have kind of the sticks to choose from. But how do you go about picking that? Is it just trial and error?
Yeah, basically. Like growing up, I'd always go to like hockey stores, and they'd always have shooting rooms. You could test the sticks out, so that's basically how I came about it. Every stick I'd use.
Now the hook, I know it's kind of like Paul Coffey used to use one. Have you had the thing tested just for to make sure the quarter can go underneath it?
No.
I'm sure they don't make it so it's illegal though. So
yeah.
That's the best part. But you did pick up the goal, and I mean right off the face off, it's kind of a bang play. Is there anything going through your mind as you're getting ready to shoot that puck and getting ready to fire it home?
Just trying to get it on net. Coach always tells us to funnel pucks on net, so I was just trying to shoot it. I hope for the best.
Well, it's good to pick up the goal and obviously making the move here. You made the move from Fargo, coming over to Bloomington. What was the whole trade like and making the trip? I know it's pretty much the longest trip that Bloomington had to take this year was going to Fargo. Made the trip, and then a couple weeks later, you were coming right back down here.
Yeah. It wasn't too bad. I mean, I left Fargo and I stayed at home for a night.
Mm-hmm.
So then it was probably 6.5 hours from there, and I got down here and got on the road and played my first game.
Well, let's talk about your home. You mentioned it, Hugo, Minnesota, and being a guy from Minnesota, hockey's huge up there, and especially high school hockey, which you played a little bit before you made your jump into the USHL. Can you kind of put it in perspective for anybody else to talk about what is comparative to anything else?
All kids from Minnesota love the high school hockey. Like, it's everyone's dream to play in the state tournament. You play in front of 20,000 people, and it's just like one of the biggest things in high school hockey, I think, and it's fun to play.
And how tough is the competition? I mean, you look at kind of the names that have come out of Minnesota and how big it is. How tough is it, if when you were playing travel hockey, you're moving out of the state or anything like that, how competitive are some of these players that are in Minnesota?
There's really good players. Usually every team has two, 3 players that are top guys who are going to end up going somewhere doing like big things. So it's pretty good competition when you're playing against top lines.
Now, talk to me about the whole process. I know we just mentioned it before we hopped on the interview. Team Northeast, there's a bunch of different teams that play in kind of tournaments, I guess, right, in Minnesota. Kind of talk about that.
So before the high school season, there's a league called the Upper Midwest High School Elite League, and it's most of the top players from each school that play on this team. And I think there's about 8 teams, and Shattuck St. Mary's Prep School plays in it as well, and Team Wisconsin. And I think it's 25 games, and then there's playoffs, so it's just the high school seasons in Minnesota are 25 games, and it's not that many games, so they do the high school elite league just to give everyone more games and better competition. And
it's one of the top, and you're playing against the top groups, like you were mentioning in Minnesota. On one of the teams you played for, you get to play with a couple of guys who've made some USHL headway, and they've made their way through the system. And also, leading scorer on the second-year team, and then the first-year team is second leading scorer. Does it give you kind of confidence also coming out of high school, knowing that you can compete with some of those guys as well?
Yeah, I think so. I think it gives you a little confidence.
And so moving forward, also being a guy who comes to a new team, you're trying to find your way into a new system. How's everything been getting used to the new program and used to the new organization after being with Fargo this season?
It's been good. It's a little adjustment, like you said. It's a little different system-wise and stuff. So I'm just trying to do my best at focusing on it and just listening to what the coaches have to say.
Talking with Mitch Slattery here, forward for your Bloomington Thunder, as we are here on the Off the Tracks Coaches Show. It's the 15th episode here, and we're also down at Uptown Normal. It's the Firehouse Pizza and Pub. Definitely come on out. The show starts Mondays at 6 o'clock, or you can catch it live on a stream here on bloomingtonthunder.tv. You can also catch it on Cities 92.9. The re-air goes out at 7:30 a.m. On Saturday mornings, and a tough game coming up this Saturday as well for you guys. You get to see the U17s, saw the U18s as well. Just for perspective, how good are some of those guys? You're playing against a guy like Austin Matthews, who's projected to be a top NHL draft pick. How do you kind of execute keeping those guys away from the puck for the 18s, and also Clayton Keller, a guy from the 17s who played up with the 18s as well.
Yeah, you just listen to coach and his systems. You got to make sure you're taking the body against those guys to separate them from the puck, and just don't give them any space, basically.
So we talked about it with Coach Williams a bit. The college game is where you go to after you're done with the USHL. You're a guy who's already got the commitment and is headed to St. Cloud State University. What's most excited you about getting ready for the college game and getting to play there?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Hey, everything's new, and honestly, you haven't been able to play the college game yet at the same point. But going to St. Cloud State and trying to make the commitment, what was, trying to figure out what you wanted to do going to college and everything. There's always a decision to be made, for one way or another. What was your decision that you kind of made that said, hey, I want to go to St. Cloud?
Well, growing up, I just always wanted to go to St. Cloud, I guess. Like, every kid mostly wants to go to the University of Minnesota. They're always like a top team. And St. Cloud, I had a buddy who lived in St. Cloud, and we were always up there and going to games and stuff like that. So it's just where I wanted to go.
And also, St. Cloud's been on the upswing. They've had some very good seasons as of late. Had a Hobie Baker winner and Drew LeBlanc, who actually plays a couple hours north of here in Rockford. So, it's got to be interesting to see how the team has progressed over the last couple of years, and got to get you excited as well to be a part of that.
Yeah, it's exciting for sure.
So, kind of going towards the end of the season, and everything's starting to make sense and getting ready for next season. For you, 96 still have some time in the USHL. Coming back next year, getting to see some of the guys, and granted, there are guys moving up, there are guys that are coming back. How excited are you, to finish out this season? Obviously, the playoffs are a thing. You can still make a run here, but how excited are you to be here for next year?
I'm pretty excited. Like, it's good to get time in and just work on your game, develop a little more and stuff like that.
Then you start to see a little bit more from the coaching staff and everything. It kind of starts to piece together, right? We're finishing up here with Slattery, forward for your Bloomington Thunder here in the Off the Tracks Coaches Show, and Slash, just kind of before we finish up, working with the line mates, obviously shuffles around a bit between the team. How does that affect kind of chemistry between line mates going through day to day, and you're trying to find exactly what players like and everything? And I think for the most part, you've been playing with a small core, and with Ryan Galt, it seemed like things were working, and then it kind of changes up. How difficult is it from game to game to switch that up?
It's not too hard. You get used to it. Like you said, we shuffle the lines up quite a bit, so you get to play with everyone, and you kind of learn how everyone plays and what you got to do to help them out and stuff like that. So it's not too bad. Well,
Slats, I appreciate the time here. Definitely get out into the sunshine. Hey, if there's some nice weather tomorrow, you got to hit the links.
Yeah, hit the links.
You got to definitely hit the links here. Well, appreciate the time, and best of luck out there.
Thank you.
That's forward Mitch Slattery for your Bloomington Thunder. We'll be right back. Another quick break, and then we'll have Shane Bednard on the mic for your Bloomington Thunder, scoring a game winner on Saturday night with 2.7 seconds. Going to be interesting to get his take on it. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back from Firehouse Pizza and Pub's Off the Track Show.
The Bloomington Thunder have first onto the USHL scene at the US Cellular Coliseum. Ticket plans for the Thunder season can be purchased through the Thunder office, so call 309-434-2980 to get your tickets today. Bloomington Thunder Hockey. We'll sell you the whole seat, but you'll only need the edge.
Wow, look at all our signage in here.
I did that.
You design signs?
Fast Signs does. I send them ideas and logos through fastsigns.com, and they deliver innovative sign solutions.
But that must take all season.
Not at all. Fast Signs create signs on almost any surface, any size and quantity, in no time at all.
They're almost as talented as me.
You should take a time out.
Country Financial rep Richard Pittman has been to every home game since 1981, which is why on game night, you won't find him in the office. You'll find him cheering on his favorite team.
Section 223.
After all these years, he's gotten to know his neighbors in the stands pretty well. He's even helped some of them with their policies.
Let's see. Oh, there's Jim and Colleen in row M, Bill and Linda in row P, and Pete and his sons Brandon and Kirk in row K.
You get the idea. Richard loves hockey, and he loves helping his community. It's why Country Financial offers everything from auto, home, and life insurance to business, retirement, and college savings, too.
Go!
So now everyone in Section 223 can relax and think about the things that really matter.
Like our third line defense.
For more information on making a game plan of your own, visit countryfinancial.com or call 1-866-COUNTRY. Country Financial. Grow your own way.
Grow your own way.
Starplex Cinemas in Normal, Illinois features state-of-the-art sound and 100% digital projection. Relax and enjoy our spacious rocker seating along with our great low ticket prices. All shows before 6 p.m. are $6 and kids, seniors, and students pay $6 all day long. Starplex also offers $1 hot dogs and a free loyalty program where you receive 1 point for every dollar spent at concessions and the box office. Redeem your points for free popcorn, drinks, and even movie tickets. For tickets and showtimes, visit StarplexCinemas.com.
From the moment you walk through our doors to the moment you take your new vehicle home, we'll take care of you every step of the way. At Jaguar Land Rover Peoria, we don't just welcome you to our dealership, we welcome you to our family. We have the largest selection of new Jaguar and Land Rover vehicles in Central Illinois, as well as a fine selection of quality pre-owned vehicles to fit any budget. No matter how much you spend on a vehicle, at Jaguar Land Rover Peoria, you'll get world-class service every time you walk through our doors. Visit us today at JaguarLandRoverPeoria.com.
At Accelerated Rehabilitation Centers, our patient's first philosophy is no empty promise. A dedicated team of physical and occupational therapists. We're here whenever you need us. With over 170 locations, we offer morning and evening appointments. Just call 877-97-REHAB. That's 877-977-3422. Or visit acceleratedrehab.com. Accelerated Rehabilitation Centers, putting patients first.
On the go, carry your branch with you, securely accessing your money anytime, anywhere. Download the Busey mobile app to deposit checks, view recent transactions, find a branch or transfer pay bills, all on your schedule. Visit Busey.com or your app store today for Busey's innovative banking solutions. Busey, your dream, our promise. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Come on down to the Great Harvest Bread Company and try our specialty breads made in-house daily. We make our bread fresh every day using ingredients from all local Bloomington businesses. Check out our website, greatharvestblm.com, for a list of our daily specials, including sweets, soups, and jams. We also have Goodbye Gluten Tuesdays and No Nut Fridays for anyone with allergies. Need something for a special occasion? Let us create a gift box for you. So stop by the Great Harvest Bread Company at 1704 Eastland Drive in Bloomington, open 7 to 6 Tuesday through Friday and 7 to 5 on Saturdays, or give us a call at 662-8500 and try us today.
There are many reasons to change cars.
I want a lower payment. Now,
I need better mileage. We're ready for more room. Frankly, I just hate my old car.
What's right for one person might not be right for you. SEFQ helps you get the car you want and a loan payment that fits your budget with low rates and no hidden fees. Call Phone a Loan and get a pre-approved loan in minutes. SEFQ, not a bank, better.
Hey, Thunder fans, third and final segment here from the Firehouse Pizza and Pub. It's the Off the Track show as we wrap up this episode with our third segment here. Big thank you to head coach Dennis Williams and for Mitch Slattery. Now we got this guy to my right. It's been a couple times since we've had you on the show. I think, what is it, 3 or 4 now, Betsy?
Yeah, it's been quite a bit. It's kind of just turned into a date for us now.
I know, right? Well, hey, you're playing pretty good out on the ice. It's Shane Bednard forward for your Bloomington Thunder. And definitely, if you're here at the location, come on up to the front. We got a chance for you to win some tickets. If you put your name in the raffle, you can also grab some rally towels, posters, get the guys to sign them up. And definitely, we'd appreciate you coming on down and trying to get some tickets for this weekend. So, Betsy, let's kind of talk about this weekend for you. And I think we'll jump right to the Twitter question like we did with Slats. Definitely tweet in your questions. BLM Thunder is our handle. Use the hashtag off the tracks. And the first one is, 2.7 seconds left in a hockey game. You score the game winner, first one in the USHL career in your first USHL season. It's got to be great to pick that up. Is that your best memory from this season and also best from junior hockey too?
I'd say it's one of my best memories on the ice for this season. There's been quite a few off the ice with just the guys, but ending a game like that, it felt great. So it was definitely a great memory.
Now, after the game, we kind of talked about the play and how it all goes. And, throughout the season, we've talked about the combination of you and Matt Mendelson. You connect on that play again. 10 goals you've connected on with one of you guys scoring, and 12 times you connected on a goal this season as far as getting both assists on it as well. There's got to be some great chemistry there throughout the season between both of you guys.
Oh, I love playing with Mendy. I mean, he always knows what to do with the puck. When I'm out there on the ice, he always makes the right play. Obviously, we can play with anyone on the ice. All the players are great, but it seems like me and Mendy just have a little bit more chemistry when we're together.
So obviously the game-winning goal is one thing. Talk us through that goal for you and kind of how it all progressed. And I know you're coming into the offensive zone and Mendy's got the puck and you're kind of the trailer on the play, right?
Yeah, it all started. I got on the ice with like 15 seconds left. I was just trying to back check. Their player was coming in through the blue, and Spicer made a great play to stand him up and turn the puck over, and Mendelson came low, grabbed it, and just started skating towards their zone, and I saw Galt going, so I started going for the races with him. Galt drove the middle, took one guy with him. Mendy went wide, took the other guy with him, and the third guy was kind of confused on where to go, and I was wide open. And Mendelson made a great play to me, and I just got it and shot it as quick as I could. I really didn't know how much time was left, but looking up at the clock kind of worked out well.
Well, it's not too bad, and Bloomington gets the game winner. It's the first one of the season, really, for Bloomington. That's kind of a buzzer beater. We haven't had an overtime winner this season, and it's kind of after the game we were in the locker room, and it just seemed like everybody was just extremely excited to be in the room. How was it kind of getting that winner and just kind of being a part of that whole process? Oh,
it was great for the guys. We stuck throughout the whole 60 minutes, and I think it was just a great win by the team there.
Hard-fought battle, too, against Muskegon Lumberjacks. They finish up the season against the Lumberjacks, and I think it was 2 wins, 3 losses, and overtime loss. Not a bad record against a team like Muskegon with a couple NHL draft picks on the board as well. We're talking with Shane Bednard, forward for your Bloomington Thunder, as we wrap up this third and final segment from the Off the Track show here at the Firehouse Pizza and Pub. And Bedsy, we talked about the best memory for this season was on the ice as far as that's concerned. What was the best one, I guess, off the ice? We mentioned, kind of alluded to it a little bit.
I'd say the best memory as a whole as I leave the season is just all the times that you've had with the guys off the ice, just hanging out, and if it's playing ping pong or just playing sewer ball or something out there, just never going to forget the guys that I've met here. So
we talked about it with Coach Williams a little bit, and we'll kind of mention it here. It seems like there's some joking going on in the room sometimes, and I know you can kind of rub some guys and get some jokes going on in the locker room. Does it kind of happen that way, or the guys see you that way as well?
I don't really think of myself as that way. It just kind of comes out. I guess Slattery really triggers it all the time, so
just kind of pulls it out of you.
Yeah, he just gets me going.
I know after you come off the ice too, sometimes competition gets the better of you sometimes, and you give guys jabs, but all in good fun, right?
Oh, always.
Well, hey, we're set to go with another tough game this weekend, and obviously going into Team USA, the 17s are a completely different hockey team than they were at the beginning of the season. Trying to prep for them and trying to really win out so you can make that playoff push for this hockey team. How do you guys approach this Saturday game with only one game on the docket this week?
Yeah, I think we approach it the same as we approach every game. Obviously, we got a little bit more rest this week playing on that Saturday, only one game. Just got to prepare the same way we always prepare and just go in for the 2 points. Like you said, we need to win out, and that's our goal from now, and I think we can do it, and I think we will.
This Saturday is country music night at the U.S. Cellular Coliseum. Definitely come on out. It's a 7 o'clock start against the U.S. National Team Development Program. The U17s team will be in town, and it's also, like I mentioned, country music night. You can get a chance to win some tickets to the Alan Jackson Show just by being at the game and filling out a raffle on the concourse. That show is almost sold out for May 9th, so definitely come on out, check that out. And you can also register on our Facebook page to win tickets to that, a Sweet Night ticket to that as well for the Alan Jackson Show. Should be a good one. Bezzy, we talked with Coach Williams, and we found out that you were out fishing here today. Are you a fisher?
Well, I got an invite from Levine. He's some master fisherman from Canada, so I was pretty excited to go out with him. He has his tool or his bait box and tackle box already, and he just claims he catches fish right and left. So packed my car up, went to his house, and we got nothing today. And he made all the excuses he could. A lot of excuses were flying, and I just came to the conclusion he's just not a fisherman. So if Levine watches this or hears anything about it, he's probably one of the worst fishermen I've ever fished with.
Now, have you gone out fishing for the most part, or was this kind of the first time in a while?
Well, every time I've gone fishing, it's always been with my dad. He loves fishing, so we get in with his work. They do tournaments, and we'd sign up, and I go out there with my dad, or just go find a lake and go with him. But other than that, I really haven't gone much, but it's always just with my dad.
Just some quality bonding time with dad too,
Exactly.
right? Hey, I got an invite too with the Levine. He was telling me if I'm ever up in Canada that I got to stop by his camp and go
Save the
fishing.
money, save the trip, and just stay at home. Go find a pond and do it yourself because you're not going to get anything.
Oh boy, maybe I'll have to show him some pointers or two, I guess. Boy, we're bagging on the wrong guy here. The goaltender, Bloomington Thunder, Aiden Levine. Hey, Betsy, so we're kind of finishing up the year, and you're in 94, running out of eligibility here in the USHL. It's the first season for you in the league. Played for Johnstown last year. Coming into this offseason, now you got to prep for the college game and getting ready to go to Bowling Green. How much prep is there to get ready for the college game, and not only that, but get ready to get back in the swing of things and go to class again.
The class part's going to be tough. I've been out of school for a while now, but I think we'll be able to pick it up. When you go into school, it all just comes back to you. So I think that'll be fine. But the hockey preparation, I think just do the same thing, same summer training with my trainer back at home. And I guess preparing for college started when I started playing juniors. And I think here Bloomington's prepared me pretty well.
Now,
so.
getting ready to talk to the coaches and getting ready to go, one of the things we always talk about with Coach Williams is getting guys ready to be a forward to take someone's place and not be, a guy who's on the fourth line or so in their freshman year. How do you think you're going to be able to adapt to that college game and make an impact here with Bowling Green in your first season?
I believe that I can go in and make an impact. I'm just going to go have to prove myself. I know it's not going to be easy and there's going to be obstacles to overcome, but I'm ready to do it. And wherever I end up in the lineup, I'm just going to keep working every day for it.
We're talking with Shane Bednard here, forward for your Bloomington Thunder, and the guy who picked up the game winner this past Saturday, and also set to go to Bowling Green State University. A couple more minutes here left on the show, and actually I think we got a quick little comment here. Just a little comment about how we're finishing up the show today. So, but obviously the game going into college and being away from home, you guys have done it for some time, been away from home. You're getting a little bit closer to home, going to Bowling Green, and it's a hop, skip, and a jump really for you.
Yeah, half away, so it's great for my parents. They're going to be able to come down and watch me, and then either my sophomore or junior year, not really sure on the timeline yet. My brother's going to join me, so it'll be awesome to be on the same team as him and easy for my parents to come watch.
And just one final question here. You get set to go in the rivalries now. We get to see a former teammate this weekend in Ryan Soroki, and obviously it's one thing off the ice, but at the same time, now you go to college. You're you're with Bowling Green. You get to see some of the guys you played with through the USHL, through the NAHL. Do you start to see all the connections forming and seeing some of the rivalries start to build up in the next couple of years?
Oh, definitely. I mean, in the locker rooms, we're always chirping each other about it. So Soroki, I always give it to him, and I got a few other buddies that are going off to college next season, and I always just let them know that they're going to be getting their show ran. So,
well, we're looking forward to watching Looking forward to keeping up on you and checking out the stats for next season, Bedsy. Best of luck here with the rest of the season, and best of luck if we don't talk to you on the show until into next season as well.
All right, thank you, Brian.
That's forward Shane Bednard for your Bloomington Thunder, and that's all the time we have here from the Firehouse Pizza and Pub Coaches Show, the Off the Track Show. We'll be back next Monday, so don't fret. We'll be right here at 6 o'clock on BloomingtonThunder.tv. We will also be here at Firehouse Pizza and Pub, so definitely come check out the show. You can win some tickets and prizes to upcoming games. But until then, this is Brian Tossi saying so long for head coach Dennis Williams, for Mitch Slattery, and this guy to my right, Shane Bednard. We'll see you this weekend as Bloomington takes on the U17, 7 o'clock start from the Coliseum on Saturday night. Until then, we'll keep the Thunder rolling and have a great night, everybody. Stay safe and enjoy the weather.